7. 1, 2, 5. Are we doing this right?
Nope.
Yep.
Never.
Hell no.
Well,
So
at
we
least
have-
I am. I don't think Martin is.
No. So we have 2 guests tonight. We have one, Fred, to my right.
Fred.
You're right.
Hey,
Oh,
Fred,
you are
put
right.
that mic closer to you.
Fred, put it on your mouth.
Put it in my mouth.
I bet that's what you want to
Oh,
do.
it
Fred.
tastes horrible.
I bet that's what you
This
want
guy
to
over
These
here
guys
with
are-
chains, bro.
These guys, they've been
I
flirting
think
all
someone-
night.
I think someone's already chewed on this.
So we got Fred, and then we got
Dre.
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 What's popping there,
And
buddy?
then the usual crew. Eric's not here. We got Martin and Tony.
Where is he
Yeah.
going to? A beer fest tomorrow?
Oh yeah, there's a beer fest tomorrow in
I guess
Dos
for-
Lagos.
Is that
think-
where he's going?
I want to go tomorrow.
We're at in LA?
Dos Lagos?
No, those
Right,
Lagos. Corona.
Oh, you
Oh.
don't know? You know where? No?
I don't know.
Lake
Any-
Elsinore, going towards Lake Elsinore?
I'm from San Bernardino, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You're from San Bernardino?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you born there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So was I.
No
Look at
way.
that.
Fuck, man. We're fucking
What hospital were you
match
born
made
in?
in
brothers.
heaven, bro.
We're brothers.
So
Just
let's
what
tell
up,
them
best
that-
friend?
let's tell them like the age gap in there because these guys right now just fell in love. I just met both of them, and I see the.
Well, I didn't fall in love. This guy fell in love.
Hey, I gave you a massage earlier. Man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Point. That's my point.
2020, ladies and gentlemen, 2020.
His necklace weighs more than my ring, though.
True facts.
So, Fred, you were
Facts.
born in San Bernardino?
Yeah.
You grew up
What
there?
year?
1943.
What was out? It was just straight desert. Like, there's nothing.
No,
was Riverside
no.
even a thing yet?
Well, cars are barely
Well,
built.
Riverside was like orange fields and all that,
Oh, okay.
right?
Well, yeah. Well, I was living in
Sorry.
Barstow.
Oh, Barstow. Okay, so
I wasn't living in Barstow.
You were born in
Excuse me.
San Bernardino
My
County.
parents were born or were living in Barstow.
San Bernardino County. You're from San Bernardino
Yeah.
County.
But my mother went into a shopping trip into San Bernardino. It was 115 degrees in Barstow,
yeah.
but it was cooler in San Bernardino. It was like 110.
oh shit!
So she went in there to, cool off. And she was riding on this thing called an escalator. Brand new.
Oh, yeah, back then. Oh,
She got-
Fuck, dude.
that was like
Damn.
sick ass technology back then.
Yeah. And she was...
That
so-
McDonald's started in San Bernardino back when he was.
That's
Yeah.
right. No, that
Yeah,
was
you're
like
kidding.
in the 50s. So.
And the Hell's Angels.
Oh, that was in the 50s.
Mhm.
Oh, don't get me on the Hells Angels.
Oh, here
Hells
we go.
Angels are there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Del
ro-
Taco started out there too. Taco Bell.
I rode with the Hells Angels.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Oh fuck.
Oh, but yeah, because you were in Vietnam. So when you came back, you joined.
No, before.
That's not how it worked. Oh, it was before that. All right.
Hells Angels started in the 50s. And we used to go to hill climbs, and it was a bunch of young kids, really,
Yeah.
back then, who eventually turned out to be my uncle was and I'm not supposed to use his name, but he was the secretary
Okay.
and treasurer of the Hells Angels back then in the 50s, mid 50s. And I used to ride on the back of the motorcycle, behind the actual guy who rode the motorcycle.
Yeah.
But I rode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
technically. Yeah.
We go to hill climbs and bike races and all
were
kinds of
around it.
stuff throughout the from Mematone to all up in the hills and do hill climbs, and it was just fun. It was a bunch of guys that just having fun.
So when did it
But
evolve?
it's changed. It changed quite a bit since the early 50s.
Yeah, but did it change while you were still like affiliated with that group?
No,
No, it was
I-
just.
I was assigned by the courts to my father in the mid 50s. And so, because some situations that happened in the family. And so I disaffiliated with the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But,
Cool.
yeah. So when you sell the Hells Angels, the Hells Angels to me was a bunch of young kids.
Having fun.
15,
hanging out.
16, 17 years old, just having fun. The only conflicts with a group called the Diablos,
Oh yeah, Diablos are still
and
around.
they were, kind of the rival gang, and little fist fights every now and then, but nothing more than kids.
Yeah. What surprises you about this generation?
Nothing. It's evolved. You know, you have to realize that I'm, 77 years old. So I've seen a lot of evolves.
Yeah.
I was in,
Technology.
going through school, and then after school, as soon as I graduated from high school, I went into the military. And I was in the military for 8 years, from 1961 to 1969. And then after that, I've been in industry. And in 19...
Did you ever experiment with LSD in the 60s?
Never.
70s?
Come
on, Fred.
Because I was in I was in the military, and there was a lot of drugs going around.
Yeah.
But
So which ones did you do?
My drug was alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Cheers to that.
I can remember in 1961, in September of 1961, I went up to the Airmen's Club, which was the beer hall, the snake pit, we called it. And I walked in on September 18th, 1961, and there was a big banner on the wall. It said, "Happy Birthday." And I said, how did they know it was my birthday? And then I found out that in September 18th, 1947, the Air Force was born.
Oh.
Wow.
So
C to D drugs.
Yeah, 4 years after I was born, the Air Force was born, but we have the same birthday.
That's
crazy.
So what's up with you, Dre? What's your story?
Just chilling, man. Kicking it.
So he got profiled earlier.
I have a couple questions though.
Oh, okay, go.
Because I'm a personal trainer. I have like 20 clients that I've been training like for over a year, 2 years, 3 years, some 4. I have a client. He's 84 years old. He was a pilot in the Air Force as well, way back in the day. And what I always ask anyone that I meet that's a little bit older than me or a lot older than me, because I never had this conversation with my grandpa. If you knew then what you know now, what would you do different?
You would still join the army though.
Well, wait. Then as in when?
Like if you knew then, as in let's say 18, 20. I mean, then when you were younger, when those decisions, your life decisions, you could go this way, you could go that way. When you're at that age, what would you do? What would you do different?
Well, I graduated high school when I was 17.
Okay.
So my father indicated to me that I would be going into the military.
Okay, so you had no choice.
So, at 17 years old, your mind is still a little mush.
Yeah, it's not developed yet.
And you really don't know what you're going to be doing in life. Life is next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sounded good to me.
Let's say, so the way I look at life is like 18 to 25 is like one section, and then 25 to 30 is like another section, and like 30 to 35 is like another section. So like if from 18 to how long were you serving for?
8 years.
8 years. So from 18, let's say 25 then, 25, 26. Okay? From that moment, what you know what I'm saying now that you didn't know then, what would you have done differently? Because you obviously had no choice to join the military. You know what I'm saying? You had no choice. So once you started being able to have a decision, once you're able to make your own decisions, what would you have done differently with what you know now?
Wow. There's probably a lot of things that I would love to have changed back then. But life is a lifetime of experiences.
Yeah.
And so we are today what we have been all of our life.
So your mindset doesn't change really. It's just, you just get wiser. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you learn by experience. And if you didn't have the experiences, then you would have a different life now, right?
True.
Yeah, but I think his approach is, what if what you know now you had that same knowledge back then at 18, 19.
It would be
etc.
scary, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh.
I think a bit.
But what would
You know-
what would you have done though? You know,
So in
it's
the
a
while
very
you were in the
difficult-
military, while you were in the military, you didn't feel any type of regret seeing other friends do other things, or were you just all in? Like that was your life and you were okay with it?
You know, the Air Force is a little bit different than all the other military.
That's true. Yeah.
You
it's
know,
the best
it's
section.
the Air Force is a group of individuals, unless you're in maybe a fighter squadron or something where the guys move with the airplanes.
Yeah.
I was a safety technician, and I was literally by myself. So if I got a new assignment, it was me that went. It wasn't my whole squadron of guys that I got to learn to know. And yeah, I have to go back to my time in San Bernardino. My brother over here was also born in San Bernardino. We, in the first, from my elementary school to high school, I went to 13 different schools.
Oh wow.
And my father wasn't in the military. It was just between San Bernardino and San Diego that I went to different schools. My father says it was just because he didn't like to pay rent. So we moved from house to house to house to house to house. And I went to a lot of different schools. So I never really developed a relationship with individuals. I never had any compadres or friends.
Yeah.
I just had acquaintances through my own. And then when I went in the military, it became the same thing. I went from...
So you felt a belonging there.
Yeah, I didn't really have any stability.
Yeah.
So the military was perfect for me because I just moved around. And
Hey, you were used to that too, right?
It's a brotherhood.
yeah, it was, there really wasn't any brotherhood because I didn't have any brothers other than my immediate family. I have a older brother and an older sister.
Well, I guess, yeah, because in your job, you were saying you take off every time. Like, you never got close to any of your other people than the military where you're stationed. Because we have other friends that are in the military that would say they have brothers in the military.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So it's just depending on your branch.
Yeah, and I have a son who was in the Army, and he had a platoon.
Yeah.
He was an officer, and he had a platoon, and those guys are still together,
Yeah.
you know, and he was in the Iraqi war.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
do you
Iraqi
feel
freedom.
like you've kind of just been like this, I don't know, just drifting your whole life?
Not drifting because I've owned my own company since 1985, and so
you are successful, so you do have success in what you're doing.
yeah, I was I was making $1 million a year
Yeah,
by
so
the time I was.
You know what I'm saying?
know.
You're doing your shit.
Yeah,
So he has some chains in his house too, bro. So
Yeah, but is that
Such a
considered
game.
success? I feel like I'm successful.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
And I
successful
fucking
as well.
live at the home with my fucking mother-in-law.
Same.
But I have my kids and like we're all good.
It's
That's
just
true.
how you measure success.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I believe that's facts
yeah.
though.
I think
believe
that
shit's
that word
true.
success is a meditative.
Yeah,
you know,
how you
how
perceive it.
Yeah,
how you see and how you feel,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
It's-
What type of business did you or do you own?
It's a consulting operation for occupational safety and health, workers' comp, general liability.
Oh, so that's
So-
how you.
So all kinds of insurance issues
Did
Oh, you know
you
Steffi?
gain that knowledge from the military?
from the military.
Yeah, that's what I
I
imagine.
was a safety tech in the military. And as soon as I got out of the military, I went right straight into general industry and the same thing. And that's the way it's been since 1969.
Okay, so now I kind of know about life, but what I want to know about is women, because like especially myself and a lot of this generation, we have a really hard time with love. We have a really hard time with women. We have a really hard time with commitment, especially due to all the social media, especially due with all the things that are going on right now. Like as far as women goes, if you knew then what you know now, or is there anything that you would have done differently then?
I feel like the women are way different now than the
yeah,
back then.
everything's more fast now.
No, I mean I don't
That's
know.
when-
He
that's
went
what-
through
that's
the
what I'm
summer of
saying.
love.
Yeah.
Like that's when there was free
Yeah,
love.
I'm
that's
talking
true.
about these girls are.
No, Facts.
that's
But
like
what
social media, like
what
you're
I'm
saying.
also saying is that there's still good women out there though, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's still
So
some solid.
that's just a bubble.
There's some solid
Yeah.
girls out there still.
Yeah.
So my question is, for a person that's like has a hard time with trusting women or with love or commitment or with like any of that, like, is there anything that you would have done differently as far as your love life? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Love has so many different definitions to it.
Yeah.
It's different depths.
Yeah.
I can love you as a brother,
Yeah.
but that's a phileo love, a Philadelphia love. That's a relational love of two people. Eros is if you're talking about women,
Yeah.
we think of Eros as the exotic or the, erotic love,
Yeah.
and
I like that.
Yeah.
Make that a shirt.
there's just too many definitions to the word love.
Yeah, I feel you.
For God so loved the world. What does that mean?
But I'm speaking about like your experience personally.
With like
So-
lust.
Yeah.
So
Well-
for instance, me, right? So for instance, me, I might have, let's say, I
Hoes.
might be with, so I might have hoes, right? I might have 4 or 5 hoes, but I'll have one girl that I am honestly not like attracted to, or like feel that way about. But I know in the back of my mind, later on down the road, when I'm older, I'm going to tell myself, "Fuck, I should have just kept."
That was one of the ones that you should have kept.
I
The
should have
white
just kept her.
elephant.
I
So
should
why
have just
though?
kept her.
Is it her personality? Is it companionship?
It's because I just look at what everyone else has done in their life, and I kind of like think that like everyone in their life has that one girl that they're like, I should have just fucked with her from the gate and just wrote it out with. But that human tendency, being human, you don't ever make that decision. You always go
Mhm.
the other way.
But you said you
know?
weren't attracted to her. That's what I'm.
Yeah. So what about her
Yeah, what
makes
about
you
her
think
makes you think
that
that
of that
Okay,
person
so-
type of girl, or
intellect.
whatever?
Okay,
Yeah, they're
so for instance, we could be like, I want a real bitch, a down bitch, someone that I've been with forever, someone that
Well, you can't call them bitches. That's probably your first problem.
Yeah, that's your first problem. It's not like, what's a bitch? A female dog? Like, yeah.
All right. Well, let's not say bitches, but I'm not gonna say names neither. You know what I'm saying? So let's say,
Just say female. Just
so
say female.
females, right? But what I'm trying to say is basically, I don't know, man. Because at the end of the day, we all know that looks go away. We all know
Yeah.
that, like,
Yeah.
that bond kind of gets sketchy toward like later on down the road. And it's at the end of the day, it's like, man, if the looks don't matter, if the lust doesn't matter, if the sex doesn't matter, I should have just stuck with the one that I knew that was gonna hold it down all day, every day. That's never
Yeah,
I never had a
that's-
question.
Yeah. So as in like career wise, as in
everything.
everything, family. All
So
that.
I've had a girl that I've had a girl that I was with for like 12 years that I know that like at the
Damn,
end of the
12
day,
years is a
bro,
long time,
at
bro.
the end of the day, no matter what I put her
Since he
through,
was
no
20.
matter what I've done,
13.
like she's always wrote it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you'll have these girls nowadays that you might fuck with for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, fuck around, and they try to pretend like they're on the same level as the one you had. So they're like, oh, you'll never find one like me. Or they'll do you
they're
foul.
just,
and you'll
they're
never
just playing the game too.
playing the game too, right?
They're just playing the game.
And they're
too.
trying to be the girl you had. You feel me?
But
Yeah.
that's all on you from the jump. You
True.
can't.
exactly.
You can't
'Cause,
base
I
everything
mean,
on these females out here.
No.
You're the one that went away from.
But that's why I'm asking him that question though. My question is, have you ever came into that situation where you knew you should have been here, but you said fuck that because you were on that lust shit
And you made a
on
right
that other
turn.
shit and you went this way,
yeah.
right? And then later on realized that the whole time in the back of your mind you knew that you should have been there, but you were here in the moment. And now
'Cause
when
that's-
shit hits the
That's home. That's gonna.
Yes.
That would have been.
So-
But
Brad,
that's
yeah.
also life. We all make mistakes
Yeah.
and we learn from it.
so when shit hits the ceiling,
yeah.
you're like, fuck.
That's
Yeah.
the one that got away.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
Brad,
you
you have-
motherfucker.
Yeah, one that got away.
Yeah.
we
that
all
sounds
have
like,
that, right? So
that sounds like how we all make mistakes and
Sounds
we
like
all
The
learn from
Notebook,
it. Like
bro.
I mean, so if you know what you want, so you should go towards that way.
It sounds like you already know what you want.
Yeah,
but
it
you don't
sounds
wanna
like
try.
exactly
okay,
what-
but see, like you don't know what you want though.
Yeah, but you also came up like some of us
Okay, so I came
in
up.
the
I
club
came.
scene. Craziness.
So not even the club scene. I came up with no pops. You feel me? I came up. My mom had me when she was 17, so I was brought up by a pretty beautiful lady who was 17 years old, who was a kid still, that I saw grow up and I saw play dudes. You know what I'm saying? And that I witnessed, like I grew up with her.
But I think
You know what I mean?
that type of situation.
And
that's a
then
survival thing.
I go to the hood though, and then I'm brought up by a bunch of dudes that's just like fuck bitches, get money, you know, and it's, your whole mentality just fucked, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So it's
You
like a
don't-
battle because you saw something with your mom, and then you saw something else in the street.
But I
not
think when you're a
that.
single young mother like that, it's a survival.
Yeah,
You're trying
Yeah.
to
That's what I meant.
survive. So
To
you're
me, I
gonna
felt
do
like
what you have
I
to.
was raised by the best woman, and I was brought up by some wrong ones. You know what I mean? So it's like I kind of like it's a battle every day. You know?
So Fred, what was the one that got away?
What was the one that got away?
No, I'm married to her.
see,
Oh,
There you go.
nice.
That's what
There
he's
you
talking
go.
about.
nice.
There we go.
Cheers to her and you.
So the one that you're thinking about, you still think about.
Mm,
Is there, or you're just hypothetical?
I'm low key. I'm hypothetical, but definitely still think about. Of course, yeah. You know what I mean? I said 12 years. Shit, we were together since we were like juniors.
12
you
years
know
is
what I
a
mean?
long
Since we were
fucking time,
juniors, so
dude.
juniors is even longer than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like you kind of fall. I fall.
15
You fall out of love, and then it's like that's like you just don't see it the same. But it's like I feel that sometimes you just got to get through that phase, and knowing that later on down the road it's gonna be all solid. You know. What I'm
So
saying?
those 12 years, you
Time.
feel like you just used to each other? That's why you guys were that long? Or you think it was just like...
Well, at a certain point,
Well,
You have to-
Well,
grow
at a certain
together.
point, bro, like the only reason why a female ever stopped fucking with me is because I stopped fucking with her. You know what I mean? They're
Well,
gonna
you're
always be there.
You're just a stud. That's all.
I mean, yeah,
know, they-
but at
they
the same
say-
time,
they say God-
at the same time, like I understand.
you're scared though.
I know the difference. You know,
I feel like you're scared though.
scared of
That you don't want to be the one that gets fucked over.
facts.
So-
that's the.
You don't want to
yeah,
feel
that's
that
what
feeling.
I'm
where
saying.
That's that.
You
That's
catch
what
your
it
girl
is.
fucked
That's
up.
what
And the
it is.
women are the
That's
same
what-
way.
Because
Bro,
you're not gonna
They
feel.
just want to be.
Facts.
That's
Yeah.
gonna put you like. Well, obviously, there's always gonna be someone better than
Facts.
one of us.
Of course. So I'm not really ever worried about who has more money or who's better looking. Like that's all. Like there's always someone better. There's always someone that got more money. There's always that. You know what I mean? But like
I
the
worry
vibe,
about
that vibe though. Like you chill with me for a day, man.
You gotta
it's
also have intelligence too.
exactly.
Yeah,
You gotta
'cause-
know how to speak. You got, like there's so much that goes into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause you
it's
can't-
the package though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I meet girls that. I mean, all these girls now could get flown out. All these girls now could get paid. All these
We
girls
know-
now
we
could
all
do.
know a
You
few
know,
of those.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Shit,
But-
I'd love to get paid. Keep it 100.
Hey, and
Show that ass, bro. Show that ass, bro.
and every guy though says that same shit. Shit, if I was a bitch, I'd love to get. I'm like, like, we all think that same way though. Like, shit, if I was a female,
So basically, Fred, these days there's a lot of Marilyn Monroes.
A lot of them.
There's a messing with Frank
Yes.
Sinatra, the John F. Kennedys, the mobsters, you name it.
But I think that's been going on. That dynamic between man and woman's been going on
Forever.
forever.
Yeah, but now there's a platform
There's
for them
been
to
a
show
bunch
off.
of
Yeah,
flus-
true,
Yeah.
true,
There's been
true,
a bunch of
true,
floozies
true,
forever.
the
Everywhere.
difference is now is
And
that
now there's gyms.
it's just so easy.
Yeah.
The access is so easy, and you could just you could be fake so easy. You
I
know
think
what
the
mean?
gym is the worst place, bro.
Why?
It's just that's where everything pops off.
I think work. The gym. I
Oh,
think
work
it's all
and gym,
same.
yeah.
I think
Work
it's all
is-
high school. It's all high school.
Yeah,
work,
is
gym.
high
I
school
think
as fuck.
It's
People-
all high school, bro.
people are addicted to the honeymoon phase. So that's why no one stays together for so long because everyone's addicted to that. Oh, I feel this. Oh, I want to text her right away. Da-da-da-da, I wanna
Well,
say
nowadays
good morning.
everything's so fast.
It's
too.
so
It's
easy.
what I'm
like-
saying
It's so
is
easy
that
to
it's easy
access
to
each other.
access whatever, dude. Whatever you want. It's
But
Tip
the
of your
honeymoon
fingers.
phase is more of like that feeling like, oh my gosh, I have a crush on. Like once you're with someone for say 13 years, you end up growing. You either grow together, you grow apart, or like you're somewhat on a parallel path.
yeah.
You guys make
That honeymoon
sacrifices.
phase, is non-existent. Maybe here and there, but not like how when you're in high school when you
Especially when you have
fucking
kids.
like a girl.
But that's why you got to
That's
find the
totally
one
different.
that like understands that though. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I think that goes away regardless of.
See, that goes with maturity.
Yeah.
You got to find the one that's mature, that's like,
Yeah,
okay,
that-
knows that's going to happen, it's willing to grow with you and make those sacrifices.
like, it's not
and-
always gonna be exciting. It's not
Yeah.
always gonna be popping. You know.
Yeah.
And I've been in relationships where it's like, if it's really good, like it has to be really, really like we're doing some tight shit, or it has to be all bad where we're arguing all day.
Oh, that's the
But like
worst.
in that middle though,
Yeah.
it's like we're cool.
That's toxic.
That's that
But
middle
because we're
part.
cool, you're tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're cool. Be normal.
Well,
you
that-
feel me?
So you said-
you get those in that middle part where it's perfect when you're in the bed when you're just there with each other chilling, and you're not. All the outside world is what's bringing all that other shit in. Where
Yeah.
So, but what I consider
there with them in that time frame, it's perfect.
But what I consider that time frame, so exactly, it has to be like super popping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but that
to me,
that
that's
vibe
super
where nothing's
popping.
fucking.
That's
going
but that
crazy.
to me, that's super dope though. Whether we are out turning up or whether we're just in bed, kicking it, talking, or whether we're in the Momo for 3 days on drugs, chilling together, vulnerable at the most vulnerable
To the
state,
weekend.
at the most vulnerable state. And I'm
got
not
a bunch of young Jim Morrisons.
I'm not worried about fucking you. You ain't worried about we ain't worried about none of this shit. We know what it is, and we're at our most vulnerable state right now, and we're having a great time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all, you know what I mean?
I get you.
I think when I was your age, I was looking for the nymphomaniac who had a liquor store.
Yeah. You wanted the
Well, see, that
craziness.
makes me feel like I'm not doing too bad then. Shit, that makes me, I'm on track.
But that's how you're gonna get messed up. Is if
Just do
you're
you.
comparing to
Like, don't
sing-
follow
Yeah,
anyone's
that's what I'm
timeline.
saying,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
fuck all
don't
that.
ever
Just
follow
do
that.
do what
Yeah.
you got to do to find whoever you want.
But if you
Of
want to have
course.
kids, you better have them now.
But I'm just, but
Nah.
this was always talking about
Yeah.
people having kids because he already has two
Yeah, he
grown
tries to
ass
sell-
kids.
he tries to
So
sell
has
you on
two
it.
grown ass kids. Like, you better have kids now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
no,
the-
you just because you got two big ass
No,
kids.
he's the definition. He's the definition.
We got two big ass kids. Like, everybody better have kids now.
No, he's-
like, no, bro.
Hey, but his
No.
kids are cool as fuck.
No,
Though.
I
Nah,
bet.
but that doesn't matter.
I
That-
bet it doesn't matter. It doesn't
No,
matter.
That's what I'm telling you. He's the fucking used car salesman of you need to have kids. Yeah. Like why? You ain't nothing good about you. Fucking you have no time to do shit. You don't have any fun. You complain about your life every weekend on this podcast.
Like, motherfucker, have kids so your kids can play with my kids. Fuck.
So you can get time apart.
So we can hang out. So we can
hang out, bro. Fuck. Have your own kids so I have an excuse to hang out.
So Martin said 13 years. How long have you been with your wife, Fred?
36 years.
36 years. That's
See,
insane.
and I have a stepson who is 56. So I have, my children. See, I've been married 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's
So-
a player.
You're a
Okay,
player.
so this is
So-
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You ain't telling the whole truth, bro. You're not telling the whole truth of my question.
tell us what happened.
Okay, so my fucking question, it had to do with all that, bro. You feel me? This motherfucker went from like, I've been married to my dream girl my whole life. Like, no, I'm talking about them other 3 wives, bro. I'm talking about them other ones. Like,
You sat there quiet when we had this whole conversation about love.
you're playing me right now. You're
And
playing me right now.
I never said I was married to her my whole life.
Shit, dude. No,
But you said you had your dream
See,
girl, so we're like, okay.
bro.
No, because we asked you the one that got away.
Fred's stinky.
Oh, you're a sneakster, bro.
Yeah.
You're the worst type. Fool. You're worse than me.
I was enjoying the conversation, man.
Shit. I know, but when I asked a question, you didn't even. You didn't even tell us this. This is what I was trying to get into. This part of your life.
Well,
Because
let's
everyone goes through this part.
Because when I was 18, I was like you. I was looking for that emotion, not the life. So the
Okay.
emotion was sexual because that's
Exactly.
that's where we're at. The adrenaline is flowing, and so we think that our first kiss is the
Fireworks
life.
and all that.
So when I was 18, I got married, but
Damn.
I was
Okay.
divorced. I was divorced before I was 20
Okay.
Oh,
because as soon as I was assigned to a little island in the Bering Sea, she says I can't wait a year.
Yeah.
Because there's no Skype.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the difference,
any of that
though.
shit.
That's the difference.
That's
That's the difference between a real one and one that just like talks about like they're a real one. Is that a real one?
They're
a
also
real
kids,
one,
dude.
Yeah, I don't
but
think you're a
hold it
real
down.
one.
yeah, they were also kids when he joined the military and all that.
18.
So
That's fact.
in Vietnam, it was
That's right. But at the end of the day, back
Any
in the
war's
day,
insane.
but back in the day, that age wasn't kids though. You know what I'm saying? Like 18 was like you're grown, bro. You better
Yeah,
be
back
fucking
then,
doing some
yeah.
But
shit.
they still
But
have
see,
family
nowadays 30 is like 18. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
you're still trying to figure some shit out.
Yeah.
I'm 33 and I
You
feel like I'm 21.
But
dude.
like on some real shit, you're still trying to figure
Yeah,
life out. You're
exactly.
not married. You might not have no kids. Like you're trying to fucking like find your way. But
You
at
don't have kids, bro. You
but
gotta get your shit
18 back then is like
Fuck out of here.
you're a grown man now, bro. You need to get fucking married.
That makes sense. But
survival.
you know,
Yeah,
that made sense if they didn't have parents. I'm sure her parents were telling him, "No, don't do it."
She was
An
I
influence.
she was an orphan.
Oh shit. Okay, I don't know if you're fucking with us now.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we were both in the military.
Did she have red hair?
Okay.
Yeah, she did have
Damn,
red hair.
My points.
Did she have a TV show?
Is her name Annie?
Your mother doesn't have red hair.
What's her name? Annie.
Yeah, was her name Annie?
What's her name? Annie.
No, she
Oh,
wasn't.
fuck.
Okay,
All
okay,
right.
cool.
All
We're on
right,
the same
let's get
page,
that out
bro.
of the way.
But we were divorced a year later when I was assigned to this little island in the Bering Sea where she couldn't accompany me. And then
What about your second?
I got remarried in 1965, and that lasted 18 years.
Okay.
And
Those are good
we
years,
had,
though. That's
Yeah,
a good
that's 18
long
years.
time.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
People
funny
don't
though.
understand.
18 years, but Kobe and his girl been married for 20 years. That's like wild, right? To think about that concept, like to compare, like.
I mean, our parents were married when they were 19 and they're 60 something now.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean,
Old school Mexican parents.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
Yeah, I think that's
though.
a Latin thing. Though.
That's
Someone brought somebody over here. You know what I mean? Like someone.
No, they
brought-
met here.
no, they
Oh,
made here.
Well, shit. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. They're not even here. They're not even here. So fuck, they're good, bro. They're set for success. You know what I'm saying? When you come here, it's a whole nother story. So okay, so out of all those marriages or your relationships, my question to you is, do you feel that there's one of those people that you would have got along with better or would have had a better relationship with if it wasn't due to your actions?
Yeah, because of my upbringing, I really didn't know what love was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's. I think most of us realize that when we're in our younger years, we're driven by sexual attraction.
Exactly.
We're not driven by compatibility.
Exactly. So when you know that you could, like, you know what, there's two girls right here. This one right here, I know I could be. I know when I'm 50, this is the one, right? But there's this one right here when I know, like, today, tomorrow, like the next day, like this is the one right now. But I know in 50 years she ain't gonna be here, and I know this one will be. But as a human, you're gonna automatically go this way. You know what I'm saying? And that's my
Yes.
question to you.
It depends on the sexual attraction.
I mean, come on, if you're gonna pick one or the other, the one that you're picking is obviously, you know, you're
Which
more
give-
sexually attracted to.
Which one's giving you more physical attraction?
What's more
but
fun?
in the moment though. So what I'm asking you is, do you regret that decision?
You know, I regret that I didn't meet my current wife back then so that we could have had children together and had a relationship that would
That makes
be,
sense.
you know, ongoing through all of the trials and tribulations. But you know, that isn't the way it happened.
okay, but
So
if you,
I can't go back and say that my first wife didn't learn me some lessons.
yeah,
I can't say that my second wife, who I had 2 children with, weren't. You know,
Yeah,
that would give up my
it sounds
children.
like you can't backtrack because like you're happy right now, right? Like you're happy
Yeah.
with.
But at
your
the same
Well, I
situation.
was happy then.
Okay.
oh, exactly
So
what I'm saying.
What he's trying to ask,
Exactly.
like, what changed, right? What changed?
What I'm
in
trying
the
to say, what
relationship?
I'm trying to say is, a lot of the like serious relationships I've been in could have really, I feel, worked out if it was up to, if I made it work out. You know what I mean? The reason why they didn't work out is because I didn't make it work out
Commitment
The
problems.
big
because my shit.
yeah,
You know?
the big difference I think in my relationships has been once I married my current wife 30 plus years ago, I haven't desired another woman.
Okay, but so this is my thing.
You don't
just
have Instagram,
you,
Fred.
you said Fred. You said
Before
that.
Instagram,
Okay, you said
before cell phones.
for sure. But you said that you wish you would have met her back
there.
then. But if you would have met her back then, you guys probably would not be married now. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true because she was already married.
Damn, boy.
It just sounds like you listen to way too much rap music. That's why
This
your shit's all
motherfucker's a
fucked up.
player. Not, but shit, it's
Yeah,
facts, bro.
you know,
This motherfucker's confessing to everything. Like, you know what? Shit, she already had a husband when I met her.
No, she-
Like, fuck.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we were both in a situation of divorce when we
See,
met.
it's a rap song, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you guys meet at a hotel or something? Or
Let's just
No.
kiss.
like, how'd you guys meet?
say
Yeah, at a professional. We met at a professional conference.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. Work.
Work.
Work. There we go. Fucking ding,
It always
ding,
happens
ding.
at those
And
things.
and for a number of years, we had a professional relationship before we had a physical relationship.
Of course, that's how
So-
work happens.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
you
work
know,
wife.
Yeah. As soon as
That's what that is.
Yeah,
It's
exactly
evolved.
what that is.
I have,
That's
I
exactly.
have work grandma.
I had a work wife, a work girlfriend.
and again, I go back to the desire. In my 2 previous relationships, I had desires for other women.
Yes.
Do you think that's an age thing, like a maturity level? Like, what the older you get, like
Well-
your drive, maybe?
You know, as I say, I was only like 38 years old when I met my current wife.
Oh, then
So shit,
And
I'm
so, I still had a lot
I'm
of,
good.
male egotism in me
Mhm.
that would have wanted other women. But
Yeah.
as soon as I met her and we started having a relationship, I knew that, this,
That
that
was the one.
that I just really didn't desire any other woman.
Do you feel that you could love 2 women at the same time? Because I do.
Depends on how you define love.
I mean, like, I could love. You don't feel like you could love 2 women at the same time? Like, so here, my thing.
You
my
would
thing-
have
my
troubles on the Bachelor show.
Okay, my.
Love 26
Yeah, like,
women.
what do you
at the same
mean,
time.
though?
But like my
Like,
thing, my thing with monogamy is this, like, is like on some real shit. Like back in the day, like nothing has changed. Like kings have always had multiple women, always had multiple wives. Like from back in the
yeah, but it
in the
doesn't
day.
necessarily mean they love him.
Exactly right,
Yeah.
but it's not the same now. Like it's looked upon differently now.
If you're Mormon,
You know,
Well, it
but if
depends
you're
on
not,
the
but if you're
culture.
not more, well, exactly, it depends on your
Yeah.
culture. But back then, it
There's
didn't depend
arranged
on your
marriages
culture, though.
still. Yeah, there's a lot of
You know,
different.
Well,
it-
marriage
It looks
wasn't even-
differently doesn't mean it's
marriage
right.
But
was
look
a
at-
treaty
but-
thing. It wasn't.
But look,
based
to
on
your
love.
point,
Let me
I
ask-
do feel like you can be or be in love with 2 different women because I like different personality types and different girls, and I feel like this girl I might be so attracted to her because she's into this, and her personality might be great.
And she
And then I can travel to like Australia, and then I could probably find the same type of girl
Exactly.
that kind of has just a separate little type of drive or whatever it is. But I think it's possible.
Or, but not even that though. Like it's always good until like they find out about one another, right? So like if I'm in love with 2, if I'm in love with 2 women though, right? And let's say we're doing this shit for a couple years now, and that no one's complained. It's always been good. Everyone's happy. It's all good, right? Once they find out about one another, now it's the most horriblest relationship and situation they've ever been in their life.
Is that why you go off and on Instagram? Because sometimes you'll be MIA. So is that why you're like?
Nah, I honestly, I'm not really like a Instagram. Like, I don't really fuck with social media too much, man. I'm not that guy. Like, I'm really not that guy, bro. Like, I'll promote like my clients and I'll, some fits and shit. But like, I'm an '80s baby, so I'm a little bit more old school. So like, I don't even fuck with Snapchat. The only reason why I got Facebook is because of what I do. Instagram was like, whatever to me. It's not really my shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not really my outlet or nothing like that. I don't know. I feel like I was growing up with like more of the '80s babies where we're just like
Face to face.
yeah, like I don't really be in girls' I really don't be in girls' DMs. I don't really.
I think that
like,
shit's corny.
it's corny as fuck, dog.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think
Like I,
dudes hitting on girls at the gym is corny as fuck.
bro,
But at least you're face to face.
yeah, but
At least
see-
you're face to
but
face.
see,
Yeah, you're
that's
shooting
creepy
your
as
shot.
fuck.
Hey,
Not when you
but-
leave fucking
it just
flowers
all,
folded up.
It all depends on how you. It all,
He's just mad about what happened to his girl.
But it all, I heard that. I heard that. That was fucking player. Player, right?
He shot his shot.
Hey, but like it just all depends on how you go about it, right? Because if we're comparing like the gym to like and work to like high school, like when you meet your high school girlfriend, you're gonna approach her, So it's just like how you gonna approach her. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
my whole thing is like hitting. Like I even ask my own homies, like bro, like how do you even like what do you say to girls when you hit them up in the DM? You know what I mean? Like, what are you saying that's different than everyone else?
Yeah, because girls are
so
used to that shit though. So it's like
weird to me though.
And girls been getting hit on since like they were 13.
It's
they
weird
could be
as fuck to me.
So they've been heard it all.
They could also be ugly as
Exactly.
fuck.
Tortas.
They could be bigger than me, bro. And someone's
Somebody's
still
in
hitting
there.
them up.
Yeah.
Someone's still hitting them
somebody's
up.
in there, right? Somebody's in there, and it's like, I just be like, bro, like.
I
Like,
think
what,
you
what
I
the
don't know.
fuck? How does that even work? Like, I don't even know how to do that. But at the same time, I know people that never even approach the women physically, and they've only interacted with women initially through DMs. And
That's
shit
also
like that.
because everyone's
crazy.
kind of
That's
like.
awkward. That's crazy
awkward
to
when
me.
you
That's
meet each
also
other, it's
because
like-
people are so out of touch nowadays.
Yeah,
too.
but they
like,
also try to find common ground. So he'll approach him. Oh, I like this. He's gonna probably study that Instagram, study her post,
Yeah.
and then
No,
go after
yeah.
that common ground.
Facts.
She's gonna
But-
look at his page.
but that's
blah, blah,
also
blah.
kind of like borderline stalking. Though.
Yeah, yeah. That's,
But you do your research though. You got to do your
Yeah.
research. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I'm saying?
that doesn't
Always.
You never get to
I just
Talking
said it.
about
Wait,
learn
next week.
about each
Yeah.
other.
So we're talking about Instagram is it's basically a fucking a digital photo book, photo album. So
It's a
you know,
club.
I'm not that old.
well, I'm just
You know,
so
I've grown up with computers and all the stuff that's happened in between. But I have
You
a
probably
question.
know about it more than me because I really
You know-
know fucking shit about computers, bro.
Well, there's one word that's been used quite a bit in this room,
algorithm.
and I'm really curious
Bitches?
as to how many
Bitches?
know what the word "fuck" means.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, there's
Fuck.
a lot of. There's a lot
Oh
of
no,
things.
no. Honestly,
Do you know
we,
what it is?
we no? We all
know
just
Do you know
use
what
as
it was derived from? Or
Fuck
anything?
don't
No,
even
it just-
exist. It wasn't even a word back in the day. It wasn't even a word. Back
We
in
use
the day.
fuck for everything though. Like
Well, no.
sex. Is
Did you know
fuck.
that the word "fuck" comes from medieval times?
No, I didn't.
It's an acronym.
For what?
Back in the medieval times, kings had their castles, and a group of kings would have knights who
Yeah.
traveled the roads between the castles,
Mm-hmm.
and they would protect the roads so that commerce could happen.
Yeah, trade.
These knights would go from castle to castle to castle to castle,
And they had hoes though.
and when they
You feel
were
me? From
a
every
day's,
castle.
a day's journey, they would get horny just like the rest of us do when we're young. But fornication was against the law. So
Unless you were married, or
no, when they went to the castle, they could only have fornication with a person that is approved by the king.
oh wow,
Oh wow.
oh
What
just
a
for the
So there
nights.
was
though.
that motherfucker's
actually
a pervert.
we usually used in your original terms the whore.
The bitch.
Yeah,
okay, so
the
the
hoe.
Yeah, whore. The
Yeah,
whore.
the
The
hoe.
whore.
Yeah.
The hoe.
the
So
lady of the nights.
the hoes
She
of
could
that
be a
time
bitch. She don't. It don't mean she a hoe.
The
were
floozy.
called the fuck. They were
The
called
fuck.
fornication under
start using
consent
that.
of king.
Oh, fornication.
the
Yo, that's merch right there. Fornication under consent
they-
of king.
Yeah. So they were forgiven for their ability to, use their bodies to satisfy the knights.
Shit's been popping since back in the day, though. That's what I'm saying.
So it's been around for many years, but we use this term without knowing its origin. We use a lot of terms not
Same.
knowing its origin
Yeah.
as to and putting new spins on it.
Yeah, what evolves? It's just like
Yeah, it's crazy because like
it's like any type of slang.
Anything evolves. Everything
also in different
Dope.
countries they use the word differently too.
Yeah.
Like the word fag is a cigarette in like Europe.
That's right.
But for dope,
That's right.
especially dope though, dope is like dope. You back
You-
in the day,
you-
back in the day, dope to you was weed. Like when someone says
No,
that
dope for
you're smoking dope, I'm like,
No, dope
bro,
for
I'm
them
smoking
was
weed.
like
So-
Like,
and it all becomes so cool, doesn't it?
no,
And then dope
no,
was
it
like
doesn't.
cocaine.
It doesn't sound
Yeah.
cool when you're smoking
No.
dope. It don't
Well,
sound
no,
cool.
it doesn't. That
No,
doesn't
the
cool,
word now
but-
is kinda
But
cool,
the
yeah.
now is saying, "Oh, that's dope."
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay,
cool,
yeah,
yeah.
that translation is
like-
cool. You can say
and
that.
you've transitioned the word from bad to good.
Okay,
So no, it kind of went through a mid transition too, where someone will say you're a dope, like you're like an idiot.
Well, that's
or
that's
you're
a
dope.
long-
It just says.
Yeah.
But when you say you're smoking dope, it's a whole shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not smoking dope. Well, I'm smoking marijuana. Like, what are you
Not a
talking about?
crackhead.
Like, this is
Yeah.
weed, bro.
Yeah,
Like-
even fuck, you can say it in certain tones where it means something different, like fuck. It's just like you're disappointed.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like,
Or
we're like
why not
fuck, that was cool.
Why did you
Alright,
use
bitch, I
the
wanna
word disappointed?
Yeah.
It's just slang.
There's too many variations of a word.
It's funny how people.
Just
it's funny,
like love.
but it's funny how people
Too
could
many
like
variations of it.
do text messages. It's funny how people could like automatically to them determine how you're saying that word. Right, like it's like you didn't even hear the tone of my voice
It's
though.
because
The tone of my voice means everything.
We know what we're saying.
now
we know
it's
each
where it's
other.
positioned.
Now you're talking
Yeah.
about women.
Bro.
The women, interpret things different than we do.
Facts.
They're smarter than
So
we are.
you're definitely right. I am talking about women all day. Shit.
Yeah,
Women
so-
run the world. So let's talk about the motherfuckers that run the world, bro. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
you're
At the end of the day,
now
we
you're
go to
saying
war.
motherfucking.
We go to
So,
war.
we're working into this whole new
Hey,
thought
but
process.
we go to war for three things, right? The only reasons why we ever go to war, right, is for land, right?
No.
It's for land, it's for money, and it's for bitches. Those are the three things since back in the day. The only three things we've ever gone to war for. Still to this day.
Well, he's been a war, so
Okay, exactly. Okay, so what?
Why,
So
why-
what?
did you know
so
that Vietnam
money-
was not a war?
Yeah, it was a fucking demolishment.
No.
What do you mean?
See, you're completely
okay,
wrong.
So why did we go to Vietnam for? For what? What was the
Because
purpose? What was the real
we
purpose?
had a pact called the Pacific Pact that said any country that was attacked by communism during that period of time, the U.S., Australia, Philippines, there was South Korea, a lot of other countries would go in and assist them in the conflict to prevent communism from taking place.
But what does communism? But it's money, land,
No,
or women.
it wasn't. It was
What else is coming? What
it
else
was
is
for
it?
freedom of people.
No, it's a pact, dude. Like that. Just how there's like NATO, right?
Yeah, like
Okay, there's a pact. So
that's North Atlantic. The
okay,
Pacific
so
Pact was.
we just attacked. Who did we just attack recently?
Iran.
Iran.
But those
just
are
attacked
all-
Iran.
but
Okay,
those
so
are all-
Iran is linked up with Russia.
we
and,
didn't attack
and what?
Iran.
And Korea.
When did you
And-
say
and
we
what-
attacked Iran?
We
We retaliated
Retaliated.
there was an
Because
attack.
because they
There was
attacked
retaliation.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also with Iran, they would break laws that are war crimes, right? Using gas.
But it's their own shit, though. What I'm
Yeah,
saying, it's
there's
their
always an
own shit,
agenda.
though.
Like I know what you're
It's all-
saying.
you
There's
feel
an
me?
agenda.
Exactly.
But-
Exactly. That's my
Yeah.
point.
But it depends on which
That's my
side.
point. But it always has to deal with money, land, our women.
What,
bro.
politics-
Those-
just
and
politics.
and what land,
Well,
what
Paul-
money,
Paul-
and what women did we get in Iraq? Well, how much?
we
what
took the
women-
oil. We took the oil.
No,
we
we
took the
did
oil
not.
mines.
We
talking
did
about the
not
oil.
take any oil from Iraq.
You want to know what happened? They said
Who told you that?
Okay, so
Who told you that
so,
we took any
so-
oil from Iran?
So the American dollar. So the
Yeah, like,
American.
is our friends anymore?
Let me see. So to them, the American dollar is nothing but paper. The American dollar is worthless.
Well, why do we
no,
send
hold on.
billions of dollars over
see,
there
this is what
then
I'm
if
saying.
it's worthless?
Wait,
This is what
but
I'm
he's
saying.
knowledgeable.
Listen,
He's asking you valid questions.
So
Yeah.
he's not letting me answer my question though. So he's not letting me answer
Well,
my question.
unfortunately, your
so-
information is incorrect.
Okay, so look, if let's say I'm Bin Laden, right? And I tell America, look, I don't want to accept your dollar. I don't want to accept the American dollar no more. Give me gold. Give me something that's valuable. Give me something that you looked at my chain when I walked in the room and you felt and you're like, oh, that's real gold. Give me something that's fucking valuable, like that's been valuable forever. Right? Don't give me your American dollar. Don't give me the dollar bill. Don't give me the $5 bill. Don't give me the $20 bill. Because over here, at the end of the day, if shit goes south, that dollar is paper. It's meaningless to me. I don't want to accept that at all. Right? So what do we do as the superior country, the country that could run the whole fucking shit? We're gonna be like, this motherfucker don't want to accept that. Well, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna fucking handle business.
But is that what
Right?
happened?
We're gonna handle business.
Did he say he wanted gold instead of money?
Yeah, exactly.
Who said that? Who said that?
Exactly. There's a lot of shit you don't.
Who said,
there's a lot,
who said
but-
that they wanted
okay,
gold
but-
rather
okay,
than money?
Okay,
Yeah, no.
so there's a lot of things that you could be like, who said that? Who said that? But it's like just like do
That's
the
your perception.
Do the research though. Just
I know,
do
well, we're
No,
asking for
I'm
answers.
sorry. I lived through it. I had a son over there. I had a son
I mean,
fighting
a
it.
lot of us lived through it,
and
man.
I lived.
like especially the Iraq war. We like a lot of us have friends that have been there. A lot of us have family that have been there. We've lived through it as well. You know, and not World War I. I didn't live through that. I can't speak on that. But what I can speak on is like right now, shit doesn't affect me and it doesn't affect my kids in the future. I could speak on because I have people and I have peers that are living that life and are doing that shit now. And although somebody might not say this is the reason why, people on the inside could tell me this is the fucking reason why.
Yeah, but who's on the inside?
Who's on the inside for you?
I have best friends that are in the military, man. I have best friends that are in Navy SEALs. I have best friends that are snipers. I have best friends that don't even want to speak on shit, and they don't give a fuck who the president is. They're so locked in that it's like, this is my job. These are my orders.
Well, that's how you are in the military.
Exactly.
It's your job.
But
exactly.
But we also know people like that, and they don't have that type of intel. They don't get that type. They're a tool.
Definitely a tool.
Yeah, they won't get that type of intel for you to be like, hey, tell me about what's really going on.
Okay, but your friends are where?
Chiefs in the Navy.
Chiefs in the Navy, but not. But like even chiefs, but even the chiefs in the Navy are where? They're not like in the fucking. Even so.
So if a sniper, they
okay, so they're snipers and Navy SEALs, right? They all know different intel. They all know different.
They know their target.
They might know their target, but they all know. Even if I'm a sniper in the military.
Well, let's
right?
go back because we're getting away from the point. I want to know how you know that they wanted gold instead of the dollar.
Yeah, that's why.
Because it's fucking.
And who wanted?
This is what I've been told, man.
Oh, okay.
This is what I've been told.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think going back to what you originally said, it was resources, it was oil.
But then, okay, exactly, oil,
Yeah.
and we took that over.
What oil did we take over?
All their oil mines, man.
What oil mines?
All their oil mines and their opiates, bro, and the shit that creates the biggest drug in the world, which is heroin.
You're talking Afghanistan now, or
Yeah,
are you
Afghanistan
talking
is
Iraq?
opiates, yeah.
Wait, see, Afghanistan.
That's the word I'm talking about, though.
Oh,
That's
you think that the U.S. military has gone into Afghanistan to take the opium, to bring it back to the United States, to sell it, to destroy their own people?
facts.
You think that's the truth?
Facts.
And where did you hear this? CNN
See,
or
this is-
MSNBC?
I don't listen to no news though. I just listen to the facts. I just wouldn't.
Wait, who do you hear the facts from?
Do you believe 9/11 was from some terrorist shit or from our own country?
See.
So let me ask you that
you're
question. Let me ask you that question.
No, I believe that they were Saudis.
See, you don't make no sense there, man. There's no fucking
sense
way.
to your mind.
There's no
Because
way.
you've been,
But he does have a
you've
point,
been brainwashed on a different
It's not that I've been
concept
brainwashed.
completely.
You've been brainwashed.
Well, look, look at
I haven't been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed.
But look, there's two perspectives
Come on,
though. There's two
man.
perspectives because
Yeah, I've got 50 years of difference of a life.
Okay, that's
that you
cool.
have.
Okay, let me.
So I've seen
the 50 years of life does not matter though because
It does, though.
It doesn't because it doesn't because we're living in the same time, bro.
Thank you, gentlemen. This conversation is absolutely ridiculous. You know, you're going off the deep end.
Well, hold on.
I'm
Fred,
going
hold
off.
on,
The,
Fred,
I'm,
wait,
this
wait,
this is
Yeah,
a good this is a good topic because a lot of people feel the way I feel.
No, there's not a lot of people that think your way.
Okay, man.
But
that's why they only make
that's okay.
documentaries about the way people feel that I feel.
But
Thank you for the
documentaries are like
opportunity
just
of
one sided
expressing
and like
that.
whatever.
You have your side, I have my side, but you're over here walking away.
no, but
I
look
feel
at-
like-
wait,
I'm walking
listen,
away
listen.
because you're not
Wait.
listening.
Yeah, he does have a point.
Yeah,
Look, there's two.
Let him talk.
There's two perspectives.
Thank you, Fred.
What you said in your facts is one side of the story, and he has his side of the story.
All right, so what
But
do you
when-
believe?
but wait,
So what do you believe, bro?
Hold on, but when you're telling him or you're telling me that this is facts, this is what it is, it's kind of hard for someone to believe someone just because you're saying it. It's better if you say, "Hey, this is
you know
I
what?
heard,
Okay,
this is my
you know
opinion."
what? I'm a hood nigga. Sorry for fucking not saying it the correct way, bro. But what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, no matter how you say it, that's how I'm saying it, bro. That's how we're saying it. That's what it is. Like
You got
the
your
question's the same way.
You
Doesn't
got your
matter
point of
how
view,
I'm
and he has his
delivering
point
it,
of view. But
Yeah, you can't just
you can't
anchor
just
down on something. You might be right. That's not the whole point. If you're right or wrong,
Okay, so the whole-
it's like you can't say you're right.
But I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm saying okay.
You
tell
said
me-
it like we could reverse it
okay.
a few times.
Yeah,
bro.
like,
Okay.
like you could tell your opinion, but you also got to hear someone else's opinion.
yeah,
That's
you can't.
that's the
I
thing,
think you
bro.
just anchored on.
Okay, I feel you, but like
Yeah.
when you do your research and you hear everyone's opinion and you hear people's opinion from, I mean, I trained someone that's 84 years old that's been in the war, bro. Like,
Yeah, but who is the 84-year-old?
When you hear a lot of people's opinion,
Yeah, but everyone else has different
Yeah.
opinions.
I could show you tapes about guys that
right?
survived Auschwitz.
I get it.
You know, like that doesn't make.
I get
that's not a valid-
everybody has different opinions,
Yeah.
but let's just speak facts, man. I mean, if you do your research on the situation, Come on, bro. There's no way you can fucking feel that way. No way.
Everyone has different beliefs and
different connections.
we're all gonna
to
we're
the
all
situation.
gonna
Well, that's why I asked him. That's why I
argue
want
it.
to ask him. That's why
Yeah, I think it was just a bad approach,
That's
dude.
why I want to ask him.
Yeah, it
It
was
was just a bad
it was a
approach.
little aggressive. It
Yeah,
was a
it was
little
super
aggressive. Like I get where you were coming from. I know what you
I
were
wanted to
saying.
hear your theory too, but it's like you just kept saying no.
It
that's
was
how
it was
is.
kind of like
Yeah.
it was kind of like you, whatever you said was right and whatever he said was wrong.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, I felt the same way though, because everything I said was wrong and everything he said was right to him.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's what we're trying to say. Like
Yeah, we're trying to get you guys to
like-
understand each other and calm
like
down.
we just barely
but-
met, but like you kind of gotta like.
But I'm the one.
let- let-
But I'm the one to hear though. And every time you have a conversation with like that with somebody like that, like they always walk away like that, bro. I've been in that position plenty of times, and
because
I've had this conversation plenty of times where that's what happens.
but also because he's been through it. Hold on, my bad. He's been through it, and he's also had family in it, so it's a different approach.
no, it's not a different approach because we
It
all
is.
we were all through it. He didn't go through it when that shit happened.
Bro. We
He
all
was
lived, we all lived
chilling.
the same
He was
timeline. We all fucking went to
Yeah.
9/11. I wasn't involved in 9/11.
He's still alive. He's
I
still
mean, like,
alive.
we're still alive, but we didn't feel the same shit.
I feel you. So when he's talking about World War I really don't got nothing to say.
No,
Right?
He was talking about World War One,
First of
bro.
all,
It's a Vietnam War.
he would have been like 140
Well,
years
World War
old.
One, World War II. Like I ain't got nothing to say.
Vietnam,
right?
bro,
I have-
Vietnam.
but I have nothing to say though, right? I have nothing to say.
Well, I mean, look, if
We
you're
never
saying
said
you're
you had nothing
no,
to say. It's just like you didn't let him speak
But-
his opinion.
But
and
when he
you
was
just-
talking about what he
whatever
was talking
you
about, I
said
had
was
nothing to
right and he
say.
was wrong.
But then when we were talking about shit that like I've lived through as well, that I know people that lived through as well, that I know affected people's lives as well, then like we're on the same playing field, man. You know, regardless of like regardless of like what you've been through prior to me, when this shit happened, like we're all on the same playing field. We have
I
people
get that.
we have
I get
people that
that.
affected by it. We have people that are in
But
it.
everyone had different,
experiences, knowledge about it.
yeah.
I mean-
that's all it is.
I mean, do you study politics?
Always, all day.
Well,
Like,
then how come you don't know
all day.
about World War One or World
All
War
day.
Two?
All
That
day.
has a lot to do with how our
No,
politics evolved.
I understand that. I understand that. And I'm not saying I don't know. I really don't know about World War One, and I really don't know about World War Two, bro. I honestly
Yeah.
don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
So
Do
you're more
you?
like you know what's now, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So because World War One and World War Two really had
So-
nothing to do with me. They had
Oh, they have
things
a
to do
lot
with my
to do
dad.
with you.
It has to do
But-
with all of us,
No,
bro.
okay, I get it. I get
You
it. I get
earlier you
it. I
said
get it
your
because it's like
kids.
it's gonna have to do with my kids. I get
You
it.
said
I get
that
it.
was your point exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. So honestly, it did have to a lot to do with me.
Mm.
But right now, like in the now, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it has nothing to do with me right now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like if it did, like my grandparents, my whole family is military, bro. I'm the only one that didn't go that route.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I've been like, I get it.
Do you think they'd agree with you?
I get it. And this is the reason why I'm having this conversation with him, because my grandpa, I didn't get to have that conversation with. My grandpa, I didn't get to tell him.
Well, I wish you would approach it a different way.
My grandpa, I didn't get to ask grandpa, what would you have done differently if you knew then? If you knew now, what you knew, then.
Mhm.
Or I'll be like, grandpa, like, what would you have done differently when it comes to love? Or grandpa, like, how do you feel like?
Well, he
I didn't-
said about love, but it was more like a politics
But
thing. and
what
like-
I am saying is like I was
It was just
asking
a
I was
sensitive
asking him these
subject.
I was
Yeah.
asking him,
Sensitive
I was asking him these questions because I wish I would have done that when I
yeah,
had the
but you
chance
got
to
to
do that.
understand though, it was kind of
And then
sensitive.
it was a
Yeah.
sensitive subject.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's sensitive because he was in the military. He
He
had
had
a
friends
child
that
in the
passed
military.
away.
He had people in the military. Like
He had
I get
friends.
where you're coming from. I get where you're
have
coming
family,
from.
you have friends, but he was actually in it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I get where you're coming from, but like it's.
But he wasn't in the military at the time that I was talking about it.
But he was. in Vietnam. We were talking about
You
Vietnam.
don't,
the whole
ever,
time.
you don't ever
no,
stop being a veteran.
But he walked. But
Yeah.
I get it. But he walked away not talking about Vietnam, bro. He walked away
'cause
talking about
it- it's
9/11.
He tried to
different.
tell you. He tried to tell you. He's like,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did try to tell you, but you were kind of like being
I mean,
louder.
we're still talking about. Let's just get off the subject.
Yeah.
It was
No,
just-
bro,
it was just
it's a good subject though because a lot of people,
Nah,
but
we're going back
but-
and
Yeah,
forth.
it's a tangent.
yeah.
I
but
mean,
a
we do
lot-
this every week. It's just
I
this
feel
happens.
you.
It happens every.
But a
so
lot of
often.
people feel the way I feel, though. You know what I mean?
No,
a
we
lot,
get it. We got people that
and a
come
lot
in
of
here all
people
the
might
time.
not feel the way I feel neither. A lot of people might side with him, but a lot of people feel the way I feel, and I feel like podcast is just like keeping it 100. You know
In
what I'm saying?
reality,
And, like,
in
at the
reality,
end of the day-
we really don't know what the fuck's going on. We're not in that fucking room. We're not in the White House. We're not in that
Yeah.
fucking war room. We don't know what the fuck's going
I
on.
can be a conspiracy
Like
theorist
we
in
could,
here right
I
now.
could be, I
Tell
could
you
be
the
this guy
different
named Jeff from fucking Iowa and write a report on Google, and that's what you read. and that's what I read. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what the fuck's going on, so really it's like we just gotta live and fucking enjoy life and fucking whatever happens.
But and some of my best friends are Navy SEALs right now in the war right now, bro.
I get it.
That's
and
fine.
they're on the line right now, dog. So
yeah, but they don't have that intel, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
But you don't know what they have or what they don't have. The conversation they have with me is not the conversation they have with you. The conversation they have with me is not the conversation they have with their wife or their kid.
Damn, so Navy SEAls are telling you these things?
It's just different, you know.
Navy SEALs are giving you.
It's just different, bro.
It's just hard for me to believe that Navy SEAls are giving you that intel.
And see, that's like where you don't get the human relationship from, bro. Like it's like me and my boy have been through it. You know what I'm saying? We've been on the front line, not in the military, on the front line in the streets, bro.
I've been through that shit.
I feel you, but it's a little bit different, though.
It's not.
It's a little bit.
We
different.
all grew up in the same shit, dog.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I mean, you can. All right, let's talk about that then.
I doubt that. See, I grew up not knowing what a party crew was. You knew what party crews were?
Yeah.
See, not me. I didn't. I was selling dope in the hood. I didn't know. I didn't know what party crews were till I was like 20 years old, bro. I didn't even know this shit existed. I was like, this is a party crew? What the fuck? This shit pops off at a party? What the fuck? My homies, this shit would not pop off right now. So that's how I know we're different. That's how I know it's
So wait a minute.
Just because you were in a party crew, it means you were different. Like, dog, we grew up in the same situation.
I didn't even know what a party crew was.
It doesn't matter. Like,
I didn't even know
you
it
didn't know
existed.
because you didn't know something exists doesn't mean you're real, bro. Like, come on.
Oh my god, man! See, that's a difference, though. That's what I'm saying, bro.
So so you're just judging and saying, oh, because we were part of some crew. But prior to that, so did you know what we were doing prior to that?
But you guys were. I don't.
Exactly. Then let's get the point there.
I don't.
There is no facts.
All right. There's no facts.
There isn't.
Yeah, there
It's
isn't.
like
Let's just get to know each other. That's the whole point of the podcast.
everyone has different life.
Yeah,
I think the whiskey's getting to all of us, and we're just starting to argue over.
I think those chains are fucking tripping you out, bro.
I just came to talk, bro. Like if you have a different perspective than I have, we
all have different perspectives. It's cool.
Yeah.
We just don't want to argue, and you can't argue with us and expect us not to argue back.
Yeah.
But I'm down for the arguing back. It seems like you're not down for the arguing back.
We're down, but it's like why?
What's the point of that?
It's kind of like,
but it's not arguing though.
Man, pissing contest. We're all at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
have
it
an
is.
intelligent conversation.
We're all at this point. I know
that's what I thought I was doing.
Everything we went through as a child and through our teens, we're still all here in the same room.
Yeah,
exactly.
So let's talk about the coronavirus.
See,
that's gonna affect us now.
And then we're gonna go. That's deals with politics. That deals with money. That deals with a lot of things too. So like, it's the same type of thing.
No, we were talking about that earlier. That's when I kind of noticed your perspective. You're saying that the government created it and things, and that could be
in a lab, correct?
Fact.
I also feel like that's like a population. How do you say a population control? Like China for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like we it's every fucking year, January, February, March. It's always Ebola, swine flu. It's always something crazy. But this has been the craziest.
Is it crazy or they're blowing it out of proportion?
I feel like it's more because
really
of social media and all that.
Saying,
It's more
like
like
if I want to get to the conspiracy theorist area of it, it's election season.
Exactly.
See, I look at all.
But even that
angles.
though, I think that is a lot more serious than what everyone thinks.
But like, yeah. I mean, it can be, and it might not.
We won't know till it gets on our ground, but
I mean,
but that's the point though. Like,
media,
if you wait for that,
we have no choice. I mean, go to China and find out for yourself, I guess. But we have no choice.
But you can look on the internet and see how crazy it is out there.
But no, because China,
imagine if it becomes this way. If it comes this,
but that's also hard because the internet is a fucking bitch.
And
it's a liar.
Not only that, it derived from China, and in China, fucking. It's such a communist country that you can get handed a different phone when you get there, and you can only talk on WeChat because your whole internet, your IP is all monitored.
Correct, yeah.
So it's like the numbers they're giving us and all that shit. That's just what the government's allowing us to see. So it could be way worse than what people are saying. It is way worse.
Actually, there's
articles are coming out saying it's way worse.
Exactly. There's scientists that are talking about it's way worse right now.
And today they announced that
way more deaths. There's way more
today
deaths.
they announced that Mexico has they have 4 cases. And Orange County announced that they have a medical emergency.
Chicago.
Did you see the video where the guy is
the Asian guy?
He's fucking
The
coughing all
doctor.
over his shit.
Yeah,
coughing
yeah,
on his
yeah,
hand and
yeah.
wiping it all over the elevator.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he has coronavirus and he's coughing in his hand and wiping all over the numbers,
Straight
licking the
fucking
shit.
bitch.
That's like
Is that how it's contracted though? It's
Dude, it can stay-
airborne?
Yes.
No,
So,
it can
yes.
stay on a fucking like an
So
elevator for
like
like 7
two-
days.
2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks before you know what's going on.
You know what's
Herpes.
crazy? Because they said the cold, like if it's cold, they can't get the coronavirus or whatever. So like I'm not gonna mention where I work at, but at my job, like it's fucking cold as shit. Because of course they're worried about it. I mean, they get shit from China.
Oh yeah.
Every other place, like last week, it was slow as fuck because we haven't received what we need from China.
Bro, it's even affecting elementary kids because my 8-year-old, if he sees anything China, he'll be like, "Oh, the coronavirus."
That's fucked up
God
too, though. Like,
That's kinda
I
fucked
saw a
up.
lot of shit like on the news this morning that there was this fucking 9-year-old kid that got beat up by a bunch of kids because he's Asian. Like that's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up.
They're gonna start. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we went through that shit too. I mean, 'cause-
okay, so like
'cause we're Hispanic.
So for instance,
Well, I didn't go
if the
through it, but-
coronavirus is facts, right? Like, what are the things that you would need to get to prepare, like for your family? Like, if you knew that it was gonna come, what would you go to the store and buy?
So a lot of it's sold out already. That's the
So
crazy
let's
part.
play a scenario. Let's play a
Masks,
scenario.
You know the bullshit masks that you can buy. Those
it's
aren't
like
even
a
those
lot.
Wait, no, hold on. But those won't even protect you. You have to buy a specific mask.
Yeah.
The one with the thing,
Yeah.
the breathe, right?
I just know there's a certain thickness or something like that that actually protects you from it. Because there's other ones that you can bullshit ones that don't even work for that specific
Yeah,
virus.
yeah.
There's that, and then
And-
there's also there's a type of like a Lysol disinfectant.
Mhm.
You have to get a certain strength for it to actually kill the virus. People are just buying regular shit thinking it's taking it
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know, so-
and also like people like there's all kinds of shit like you got to shave your beard. and all
they just
kinds
said that
of
today.
shit.
You gotta shave,
Yeah.
shave your beard, like.
But
But it makes that makes sense.
I got a beard. Yeah.
You got that mustache. You got
Yeah, I don't
that
even grow
motherfucking
shit. I
chin
don't
there,
even
bro.
grow
Like, that's
shit.
gonna stick right here, bro.
So you're our guest, right?
Yeah.
Roll with me real quick.
Let's go.
Let's play a scenario.
Let's go.
So
I'm down.
coronavirus fucking hits right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's fucking Will Smith movie, fucking I Am Legend.
yeah.
What the fuck are you gonna do?
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna load up my guns, bro, and I'm gonna try to get to the.
So it's already at that point. Like it already fucking happened.
Yeah,
Fucking
already,
people
bro.
are fucking eating each other and
Already,
shit.
already.
So what are you gonna do?
already. So
You got the
so
coronavirus,
I-
but you're Chinese
keep-
as fuck.
so what I'm saying is everybody like I've invested like 10,000.
No. So
and
what would
like,
you do? What would you do? It's you.
This is- this is what
That's
I'm
what I'm
trying to
saying.
tell you.
That's what
He's a fucking
Let him
doomsday prepper, bro.
Okay, go,
Yeah.
go.
I'm not a doomsday prepper, but I am low key a doomsday prepper, fool. Like I'm low key that way though. Like on some real shit. Like I have like 10,000 fucking rounds of ammunition. I have fucking 2 AR-15s. I have fucking like I'm ready to go when it comes to like modern warfare. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like a virus like that, like I've already started stocking up on like shit that you could trade, like so alcohol, right? Alcohol is cheap, bro. Walmart you can buy a bunch of alcohol for like 98 cents. The brown bottle, what's the brown bottle? Peroxide.
Oh, yeah.
Peroxide you can buy for like 98 cents. You know what I'm saying? I've already been on that level. I haven't got no mask yet, and that's like what I really want to start like fucking with. Is
You
like
gotta do it
getting
now
some-
because they're selling out.
yeah, like getting the mask and everything.
Yeah.
But like food, besides that, like really food, cheap vodka and cheap bourbon, right? Because if let's say the American dollar. So the reason why I brought up the dollar with him and gold with him is because I know that's a fact, bro.
So
And-
tradable goods when all shit hits the fan.
Exactly. So the reason why the reason why it's, let's say a country says like fuck that, we don't want to take the American dollar no more because it's really worthless. If shit pops off, it's worthless. No one's gonna take the American dollar. It's gonna be gold, bro. It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be fucking silver. It's gonna be fucking tradable goods.
It's gonna be
that's what-
valuable. It's
wait,
gonna be like
hold on, hold on.
fucking plants and
Exactly.
shit,
So-
like-
Wait, that's what the dollar is supposed to be. To your point, is the dollar supposed to be the value of gold that we have in Fort Knox?
But it's not gonna happen, bro, because we don't even know if we have gold in Fort Knox.
That's my
Yeah,
point.
that's
That's
true.
what I'm saying.
You feel
It
me?
won't
So-
be valuable.
Exactly.
It's
So
fucking
it'll be even like nothing, right? So no, everyone if the shit goes to shit like that, bro, everyone's bank accounts, electricity is gonna all be like, right? So you're gonna have no money,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're gonna have to have shit to trade
Barter with. Yeah.
barter with, right? So you have gold always. You know, you have alcohol, you have peroxide, you have anything like that, like fucking
A trade.
wraps,
But
band-aids.
for the first couple of months and days,
Band-aids.
it'll get it to to have cash because people are just going to be like, oh, we only accept cash because they're not thinking that
And
this
then
shit's
after
not
that-
going to
But
come out.
but I think they will though, because when they go to the store and the store's gonna be like,
So let's
No,
the
but
scenario.
I
The
think a lot of people
scenario.
think it's
No,
coming
but
back
no,
on.
'cause he's saying in a gradual sense where the first month people
Yeah.
aren't as knowledgeable as you are,
Yeah.
so they're gonna think, oh yeah, I'll take your dollars.
Because this shit's going to
Yeah.
turn
Okay,
back
true.
up. You
Yeah.
know?
True.
So what I was asking your scenario is like, let's fast forward
Armageddon
a
shit.
year.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward a year into
He
this
says he has
shit,
two
and it's
two
like
AR-15s
fucking
in
crazy
rounds.
and all that.
yeah. So I'm saying,
Your
so, yeah,
AR-15.
so I'm saying,
So tell me your day to day. Like, what are you gonna do this morning? Like the morning of, like, I don't know, fucking January 1st.
Okay, like if the shit's already popping and I haven't already, and I'm not contaminated yet, and my loved ones aren't contaminated. Like the first thing is like protect your loved ones, right?
Uh huh.
Your kids, your wife, your mom, your pops. Like get everybody in the same spot and fucking hold shit down,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like especially if you live in like a little neighborhood, like this neighborhood right here, fool. It's perfect. Like everyone links up, like, hey, bro, we're gonna hold this shit fucking
Yep.
down. Put the cars at the end of the fucking block where no one gets in this motherfucker. Spotlights. Your neighbors is already on it. Boom. Spotlights
that.
on
I like
deck.
that shit.
You feel me? Like
Build a
it-
tower, build a tower and
like,
shit.
Like I don't give a fuck what's happening out there. Let's hold this shit down right here.
Yeah.
Right. Let's share shit. Let's fucking, because that's what it's gonna come down to. You know, like back in the day, you're gonna have to come together, bro, and you're gonna have to hold shit down in your area.
We're gonna have to grow our food
And
and
exactly,
fucking
exactly,
yeah, all that.
exactly. That's what you're gonna have to do. You know, who has guns? Boom, we all have guns. Boom, bring them together. Who's on the front line? Boom. Who knows how to cook? Who knows how to grow? Who knows how to
That's
do
what I was
this?
saying. It's a trade. You
It's-
got to find good
yeah,
trades.
exactly.
Yeah, but we're talking about the coronavirus. That shit could just leak up in here somehow.
Facts.
That's different than fucking like zombies and shit coming.
Okay, so that's the thing. That's the
You
thing
can
about
fucking
that's the thing
shoot
about
No,
zombies.
but he's talking about. But he has a good point because there's supplies. People need supplies. What if they have people sick? They need the peroxide.
Okay, but we're already
Or they're trying to.
and
yeah.
we're already. But he said we're already a year into the shit.
Yeah.
So if we're already a year into the shit, we already know.
So we're just shooting everyone that's coming up because we think they have it. Period.
Dude, a
that's-
year into this shit is like we're Walking Dead. Like we know what the fuck
if
is
we're
up.
exactly if
Like,
we're
we
in
know
a year
what
into
to
the
do.
shit, we know everyone in this neighborhood ain't got.
Yeah.
We're all good.
You guys gotta be excited.
Right.
I'm ready for this shit.
Life needs something else.
Hey, you're into this shit, motherfuckers. Like, I wish a motherfucker roll up right now. I got these fucking bullets right now. I wish a motherfucker pop up right now. You feel me? It's kind of like a cop. Like, I wish a motherfucker would trip right now. You know, like I'm about to get action right now. You feel me? Like that. If we're a year into that shit, that's just what it is, dude. You know, you're gonna have to like link up and bargain, and that's where it's at. You know.
Rape or no rape?
Bro. Rape's going on now, and that's the thing about the military though. That's what I know as well. Is like, okay, so let's say, for instance, we're a third world country, bro. Like, we don't have no money or no resources to fly fucking jets across the fucking world to fucking knock this building down, knock that building down, blow this shit up. Like, we don't, like, we nobody but like probably Russia or fucking Korea can like fucking pull up with jets and fucking own the air and fucking attack us, you know? So we're like talking about like a third world country that really don't, a lot of people over there don't even know what the fuck we're even there for. A lot of people in that country don't even know what 9/11 is. A lot of people in that country don't even know like why, like they see Americans like, why are you guys here? They don't even,
They hijacked our own plane.
they don't even-
didn't fly shit over here.
so but what I'm saying is like, bro, like I got off the top of you got me off the top right now.
Fucking Martin, you do this shit all the time, dude.
bro.
You're a big ass fucking
So
forehead,
where was
dude.
that? Where was I going? But 'cause-
We're just talking about peace and love, bro. That's what we're talking about.
No, he was talking about a third world country.
okay, so I'm talking about rape though. So no, yeah, I got it, because third world country. That's what happens though. So, bro, like
The sex
like,
trade.
There's a lot of rape going on over there, bro, and a lot of Americans are raping these women out there,
Yeah.
bro. Like a lot of these Americans are raping their own fucking comrades, bro. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if you're at third world country and motherfuckers are coming to your country and you don't even know why they're coming to your country, but they're invading your space and they're raping your fucking daughters, they're raping your fucking sisters, they're raping your women, bro.
That's always happened in war too.
What the fuck how you gonna feel about us? How you gonna feel about America? You're gonna hate us, bro. You're gonna fucking be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck that, right? I know. If
It's the
anyone,
same thing with the Romans.
I know.
They did the same
If
thing.
anyone raped my mom or my sister, I would go and I would kill myself to kill these motherfuckers, right? And that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of shit like that, and that's like the behind the scenes type of shit, though. You know?
No, that's common
war,
knowledge.
it's war, and
That's
war's
war.
not pretty. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone follows the war rules or the
You're always
life
gonna get a
rules or
sick
whatever.
fuck
Shit happens.
anywhere.
That's just crazy, right? But like, see, politics is like religion, though. You know, everybody has their
They're
own
intertwined.
perspective.
Politics and religion
You
is
hit
the
it right
hardest
on.
shit
You
to
hit
talk
it right
about.
on the nail. That's a never-ending argument because nobody has the
Yeah.
definite answer.
Nobody has the answer.
That's what happened.
And
earlier.
everybody's
Yeah.
super on one side or
Yeah.
the one other.
Everybody
not
has
in the
like their
middle.
own like perspective
That's
on
why
how.
it's like the two-party
Yeah, you
system,
can't-
Democrat and Republicans.
Yeah.
It's just-
Well, isn't that what
Yeah.
people always say? Religion and politics are off limits.
Those are
I
the
just
two
said that
things.
right now.
Those are the two things that like you really.
Oh, did you?
I just said that like 2 seconds
My
ago.
fault.
I'm sorry. I'm just here.
I have my
You know,
headphones
I just said it.
But those are the two things, you know, like that. Like it's always going to be something, a conflict.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy was giving me a massage on my shoulders, and then he walked down on me. You know, that's how powerful that subject, those subjects are, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They
Especially when you're kind of a part of it.
they divide the world, bro.
Yeah.
They divide the country.
Any subject that I think you're passionate about is gonna just cause a conflicts. Like you saying that you grew up in San Bernardino, you have some type of history, kind of got you riled up like 20 minutes ago. It's like I think something that you're passionate is always gonna do that if you're if you're in it. But it also, like you said, religion, politics. What's another one?
Parenting.
Parenting.
Fucking man.
I'm not gonna have kids, bro.
We're not having kids, dog. All right.
Yeah, but people do not like. When
No,
people
they don't like when you criticize their
how they're
parenting, right?
so.
I get it.
Oh, that's true.
I get
Yeah,
it.
that's
That's
true.
facts, though. That's
Actually,
No
Yeah.
one likes when
That's
they criticize anything. Like, I mean,
but like
you said,
but like parenting, religion, and like, you know,
politics
politics
and
are
all that
the
shit.
are the things that are like really like.
Touchy.
At the end of the day, no one really knows the right answer.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be like your.
That's
view.
why it's kind of hard to hear someone say
Yeah.
like, "This is the facts.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
this."
That's what we were trying to explain earlier. Now that you're more calmed down, you get
No,
it.
I get you. But when
Yeah, yeah.
but when I have somebody in there that tells me that, it's like it's a little bit different, you know. I mean, honestly, if I'm the president of the United States and I'm sworn to secrecy, and I have a best friend that's been writing to me since we were kids, like I'm gonna tell him some shit because I gotta vent to somebody. Like, hey, bro, or even if it's my wife, like, hey, like. You know, this is popping, you know. I'm lying to everybody else, or I swear I wouldn't say shit to nobody. But at the end of the day, you got to say something to somebody. You feel me?
I get that, but you also got to be open to whatever someone else says.
I think the guys that kind of know, like a little bit more into, are people that are the contractors because they're fucking being
Yeah,
sent to
they
like
see
some
some
fucked up
shit.
situations.
And that's just all money based, so they don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Period.
Yeah.
As long as the money's right.
As far as like what
Just knowing that what's really going on, because like I would
contractors, as far as
think,
what
like
though?
mercenaries and all
Yeah.
that shit.
Mm.
So let's say if you have a
security,
little
all
bit of
that shit.
military background, you're out of it now. That someone will give you a call and be like, hey, I'll give you $100,000 to go to Puerto Rico. And
Hey, but like you're a ghost, bro. If you get caught, you don't know shit. You know what I mean?
that's why I
Like,
think they know more
that's-
because they're
yeah.
less valuable.
Yeah. Yeah. If you might die, actually, I'm as a matter of fact, I know you're gonna die. But hey, take this job. You know.
Yeah.
And if somehow you get away,
Good money.
cool. And if not, then cool. Either
It's
way,
good money, but it's
You know?
price to it. Too.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
It's
That's
your whole
ridiculous.
entire life to it for sure, man. That's crazy.
Fucking taken, bro. It's taken. Like the guy, wasn't he a mercenary? The guy in the
Liam
movie,
Neeson?
taken.
Fucking, I think he's just an old man that knows.
No,
how
I'm
to,
saying in the movie, not the actual guy.
I think he's
Oh, Taken.
No, I think he's retired. Like
special.
That fool plays the
forces.
same character in every movie, bro.
yeah, he does.
No, it pisses
And
me off because he'll blow up in a car, and then he just walks out in his fucking jacket, just straightens it out. Like, who does that? Who just fixes their car
when I
after?
tell
Hey, hold
Melissa
on.
this is a movie.
Have you guys
So-
seen the you guys seen Taken, right? But have you guys seen Jackie Chan's Taken?
Hostage?
No, it's called Foreigner.
Oh, Foreigner. Yeah.
Oh, that movie's fucking
Hey, Jackie
dope.
Chan does his own stunts though, so he's
Yeah.
cool, bro.
Jackie Chan's the
he
shit,
gets a
bro.
little, he gets a little
Yeah.
pass. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that fool
He's
does
not
his own
Liam
stunt.
Neeson. Fucking that guy. That's something else.
So when you heard about Kobe, how did it affect you?
That shit got me.
How on some personal shit? So for instance, for myself, right? I've been through a lot of things. I've had like a lot of homies die. I understand death, bro. I really don't have no sympathy for death because everybody dies every day. Shit happens.
We have a
You know,
ticket.
exactly, right? So I haven't really cried in a long time. I really haven't felt no type of way in a long time, and I lost a lot of people that I loved. But when I found that out, bro, it was kind of like fuck. That shit hit me a different type of way.
It
Well,
hit me for like
Kobe-
a few days.
Yeah, Kobe. It
It was
kind
a
of fucked
weird
me
Don't
up.
you
vibe.
have a tattoo or some shit?
Yeah, I got a tattoo on my leg for that a dope ass one. Like, that shit was on
of
that shit was
Kobe?
on ESPN and everything. Yeah, that shit was fly.
it?
It was on Telemundo. It was on it was on Unovision. It was on Channel 4. It was on ESPN.
What is it?
It's a portrait of Kobe.
Oh, it's portrait.
So he did a like a lot of news. People came to my tattoo artist shit
Yeah.
and was like recording that shit. It was
Oh,
pretty
for
cool.
real? Like your actual tattoo was on Telemundo and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I have people. Like, I'm like, who the fuck's gonna watch this shit? Telemundo at 6 p.m. Right? And I was at the gym, and people were like, "Hey, fool, were you on the news?" And I'm like, bro, how you gonna stop Telemundo on at 6 p.m.? Like, what the fuck?
Fucking 6 p.m.? Fucking primer impacto, bro. What the fuck?
That's fucking.
That's popping time,
Shit,
bro.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, damn, you must have that motherfucking shit on
That's
all
when they
day.
get off of work tired as shit and they just fucking.
That's it.
That is
That
an
No,
shit-
but for real though, like
that shit was funny.
I'm not a Laker fan. I'm a Bulls fan.
Yeah.
I grew up Bulls fan because Jordan and all that shit.
Yeah.
And but people around me were all Laker fans, and
I was a Kobe fan.
I was
Yeah,
a Kobe
same.
fan because like there was a point that I hated Kobe because
It's
his
not a
fucking
Laker fan, but a Kobe
faces,
fan.
the faces he
Yeah.
made and all that. But Kobe is a fucking legend,
His work
dude.
ethic, it was
And
dope. How
everything
he
he did.
different languages, and he was
Yeah,
really
like
cool with
that's what
Hispanic
got me
culture.
too. Like he knew
Yeah.
fucking Italian, Spanish, and
I'm a hooper, so like I hoop, bro. Like I still hoop to this day. Like I play with fools from overseas. I play with dudes that could be in the league, but they ain't in the league because like they had a kid or they went to jail. They fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like life happens, whatever. But I play with some fools that like be hooping, and I'm not a Lakers fan either. Like, do I like when the Lakers do good? Do I go to Laker games? For sure, but I fucked with Lakers because ever since I was into basketball, my favorite player played for the Lakers. You know what I'm
and
saying?
also because
Like,
we're SoCal. Like I
like-
mean, Lakers is fucking SoCal.
but
like,
it's not even. I'm a more player guy. Like
Okay.
Westbrook's my guy right now. I fuck with. I'm a Russell Westbrook fan right now.
Yeah,
Right.
that's like people with LeBron.
Wherever he go,
they follow LeBron. Yeah.
wherever he go, I'm fucking. With
yeah, that's how I was with Iverson. Like Iverson was a fucking G, dude. Like
So when I became a Lakers fan, like Nick Van Exel was my favorite player. Nick Van Exel was point guard for the
You
fucking
missed.
Lakers, right?
We can't be talking about Kobe and then miss.
I know you didn't even say Kobe and you missed Martin.
I'm a hooper.
obviously not, dude.
24-hour fitness.
Oh, you don't play with people with the league. That's why.
Dude, but did you guys watch the? Did you guys watch the memorial?
I watched the memorial. I don't know. That's
It
just
made me
kinda
mad.
weird.
His
Okay,
the-
hey, so I went to the memorial. You know when they were doing all that shit outside.
Yeah.
No, I mean
Bro.
that when they were talking, like
I saw it.
on
I saw
Monday.
it, but I went to the shit where it was outside the Staples Center.
Yeah.
I couldn't, bro. I went there and I was kind of like,
Disappointed?
yeah. I was. It was like
more
it was.
of a-
It was more people there for like the gram type shit.
Fake
you know?
shit.
Let me get a picture type shit, like cloud type shit. You know, and
Yeah, I knew an
I-
artist that put up his shit.
Well, I was there for
Yeah.
like 4 minutes, and I was like, I gotta get out of here, man. This is weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It was-
every popular person's death.
Well, I mean, look, there's people
Same.
selling the
Jackson.
memorial merch on eBay right now.
Yeah,
And eBay took it down.
Well, the Kobe's went up mad. Like people started
A
selling
lot,
their Kobe's
dude.
stupid
that's
amount.
fucking stupid too.
That's
Like
capitalist
I was
disrespectful as
pissed though
fuck.
because I had a Lower Merion in high school, the white and burgundy one.
Well, did you?
Oh yeah, I have it.
I think it was
I,
fake.
I was wearing it actually.
Still have it.
I wore it out there to LA, and some guy was like, "There's only one person that I know that has this fucking jersey." It's not even my jersey though; it's my homie's jersey that I've had for a minute. Because I have the 8s, but they were in dry clean, so I wore that one, and like they were on that shit, and I was like, "Damn, I thought like a lot of people had this shit." The
But
burgundy,
they thought it was
the burgundy and white.
No, I had the white with the burgundy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I had the burgundy and white.
There
Dude,
was
but the
two.
actual memorial, like on Monday, like when his wife spoke, like, dude,
that was emotional.
she is a fucking strong person, dude. Like, I wouldn't be able to talk about.
Okay, so like,
someone
so
fucking
for
has
instance,
that.
like Kobe's wife is a G, right? Like she went through the whole bullshit, rode with her dude, rode with it, right? Like Kobe, the only one thing that Kobe got on him is that whole rape charge in Sacramento, right? That was
Colorado.
that
Colorado.
Colorado, right?
Allegedly.
That was some bullshit,
Yeah.
and like that's the reason that fucked his Sprite sponsorship up. That fucked up his fucking MVPs up. That fucked up a lot of his stats, bro. Because people were like hating him for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But she rocked it out with him on some trill, and her family. She's from San Bernardino. Her family owns a house in Highland. Like,
She's from Redlands. Huh?
yeah, right there, Highland area, exactly. So her family owns a house up in Highland. He met her when they were kids, bro. She was about to be a singer and shit.
Yeah, she was a music video.
Well, she was on Tyra Banks. She met when Tyra Banks sang with Kobe.
Yeah, that
Kobe
was
has a
it was like
song, and he
it was
raps.
like a-
And Kobe
yeah.
she even been like, I met him when I was 17. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was like 18. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kobe.
Yeah, but that's different.
Bagging her up
That's some
real
high school
quick.
shit.
You
That
know
don't
what I'm saying?
count.
No,
That
I
don't
get it. No,
count.
I feel you. facts, but
I was
shit
18
could
once.
get twisted sideways for some bullshit.
He's just
You
trying to
know?
cover for his ass. It's stupid ass. So he got held back like 3 times. Fucking Martin.
That's crazy. But that shit was weird, bro. When I
Yeah, but when
I
he
didn't believe
when
it.
his agent
I got
got
the text in
on,
the morning.
My sister didn't believe it neither.
Because LeBron had just broke one of his records the night before, so I just thought it was some bullshit.
Yeah,
You know, it's
that's
just like a
weird how that
rumor.
shit
Yeah, I thought it was
happens,
fake as
right?
fuck because they were
Speaking
talking
of
about
legends,
Rick
though?
Fox
Oh,
too and all that
yeah.
bullshit, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
they died at
When I heard the
same
Rick Fox
time?
thing, I was like, no way.
Yeah,
That was a trip to me.
Space Jam guy in the end of it. Isn't he in Space Jam at the end?
Rick Fox.
Or is he at like Mike? He has like a commercial with it's like Mike. He has a commercial at the end.
Oh, with Lil Bow Wow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on the same team.
Yeah, not
But I have a
Space
question
Jam.
for you.
Hmm.
Who do you think this is?
Oh shit.
Yeah, let's wrap it up with that.
Yeah, let's wrap it up with that because he's a legend, LA legend.
Oh, don't give him all that.
I'm trying to wrap it up.
What? We're about to wrap it up. Fuck, we haven't even gotten to nothing. No,
Oh, we got another one
topic.
after this. We got another one after this. Don't worry about it.
He's from LA. I don't even know why it sounds.
Just shoot your shot. It doesn't matter.
He's dead.
Oh, come on. You can't give him shit like that.
What do you always?
Every other guest just
He's a
fucking had a
rapper.
guess. Oh, you're a bitch, Martin.
For real.
Because you want him to get it. You
But
want him to be the only
should-
one to
I
get
don't
it.
want. I want to get it, but let me look real quick, man. Are those tattoos like real?
Yeah, or similar.
Not even close, but
Not even close.
just shoot your shot, bro. Just shoot your shot.
Well, hold on. Like, he wants to
Chance.
give it.
Chance.
Oh fuck!
Chance?
We said LA. You said Chance. Chicago, bro.
Oh,
So
shit, I don't even know, man.
Martin fucking thinks-
Big Sean.
Still not LA.
he kind of looks like Big Sean though.
He does
It's
look
the
like
hat.
Big Sean.
It's
though.
the hat
Yeah,
placement.
It is the big. It is. the
Chance
hat.
is the hat.
LA rapper. Fuck, bro.
Double up.
Mm.
All right, well, let's just tell him. This motherfucker
This is gonna turn
thinks,
into a
that-
marathon.
he
dude.
thinks
This is gonna
that's
turn into a marathon.
Nipsey.
Oh, bro, you're tripping. What the fuck?
Yeah, he
He
thinks
thinks
Nipsey
that
as fuck.
he had that shit done and they told
Hold
him it was
up.
Nipsey.
We can make a whole podcast about this subject.
Yeah.
How is that possible? fool?
That shit, he looks like he's wearing bifocals. Like, that shit is not Nipsey.
That's
That is
not
for
the
shit.
shit.
You don't even have a beard. Nipsey has a Nipsey has a
Art
beard.
is in the eyes of
There's
the
not even a
beholder.
beard, fool.
This was so cool.
He has a Hitler mustache. He don't even have a beard, bro.
Good night, everyone.
What the fuck?
All right, let's wrap this up. 7125media.com, and we're out.